أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي رب زدني علما. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, brothers and sisters. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the IOU's orientation session for fall 2024 semester. You have been given the blessing of walking on this path of knowledge of Allah and His final messenger. We ask Allah to bless you on this journey and to accept it from you and reward you as long as you are on this path. Ameen. In our orientation session today, inshallah, we will explore the concept of innovation, inspiration, and impact on the lifelong journey of seeking knowledge. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, in Surah Al-Ankabut, verse 69, and those who strive for us, we will surely guide them to our ways. Indeed, Allah is with the doers of good. This verse is an incredible reminder for us to continue striving in the way of Allah. You may wonder, how does one strive in the cause of Allah? Among them is embarking upon this sacred pursuit of ilm. Its path of seeking ilm is a blessed path, but one filled with obstacles as well. It is a path that will demand from you sincerity and excellence. With sincere intentions and hard work, you will find this path opening doors for transformation, growth, and success in both the worlds by the permission of Allah. We ask Allah to illuminate your heart with guidance and wisdom. Ameen. In today's orientation session, inshallah, we will go over the following information for you. We will begin our session with the Chancellor's address to the students, followed by reviewing the study material, course evaluation system, study method, semester cycle, and how to seek support from your faculty. We will also talk about exam centers, the importance of assignments, as well as a formal address to scholarship students. We will also have a short time management session with our student counselor and help you, inshallah, identify ways on how you can seek support from the Student Affairs Office. We will also have a short tutorial on how to navigate the IOU Student Dashboard, followed by a discussion of Student Representative Council, local student committees, Students' Code of Conduct, and complaint procedure. And we will then end the session with a Q&A with Sister Sana and a vote of thanks. Dear students, I'm sure all of you are very familiar with Dr. Bilal Phillips, who is the founder and chancellor of IOU. He begins our session with a personal address to you. Dr. Bilal is a Jamaican-Canadian Islamic scholar. Shortly after his reversion to Islam, he embarked on a spiritual academic journey to the other side of the world, seeking Islamic knowledge in Saudi Arabia, where he completed a bachelor's in Islamic studies in Al-Madinah and a master's in Islamic theology in Riyadh, and later a PhD at the University of Wales in Islamic theology. Dr. Bilal Phillips has written, translated, and commented on over 50 published books on various Islamic topics. He has also edited and published the 56-book Iman reading series for children and presented Islamic programs for a number of years on Riyadh Channel, Sharjah TV, as well as Peace TV, the TV Islam channel, and the Deen Show. Without any further delay, dear students, Dr. Bilal Phillips.
Bismillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah. The world today is a cauldron of confusion, with new ideologies being thrust into the forefront of the media. Education is changing. People are being driven towards confrontational and anti-religious customs. We are living in a time when adhering to Islamic values is indeed like clinging on to hot coals. In the midst of all of this, the International Open University, IOU, stands firmly committed to offering higher education infused with Islamic values in all fields of study. Being faced with the tribulations of our current times, while remaining laser focused with determination and steadfastness based on authentic knowledge, promotes success in weathering the tempest of the modern anti-religious onslaught. IOU remains an anchor in the midst of this chaos by providing its students the ability needed to avert them from being swayed away from attaining their goals as a direct result of deviation from Allah's path. Instead of losing course, all of us at IOU strive to push ahead, determined to work towards our goals. Seeking knowledge is a lifelong obligation for Muslims. Talabul ilmi farida ala kulli Muslim. We are encouraged to learn new knowledge and skills. We are also admonished to use this knowledge for the benefit of ourselves, the betterment of our families, our societies, and humanity in general. Whether it be a trade, a hobby, or knowledge, all newly acquired information can be used to better our lives and the lives of those around us. With that, IOU is proud to announce the introduction of some new streams of study, insha'Allah, coming in the fall of 2023. MSc in Psychology, MAIS, which is research-based, and a Master's in Arabic Linguistics, which is also research-based. Maintaining the focus on providing the Ummah with quality Islamic education to revive the grandeur to the Islamic nation. IOU is also working on introducing the master's level studies in IBEF, Islamic Banking, Economics, and Finance. Also masters in Business Administration and Education in the near future, by Allah's permission and by Allah's grace. The International Open University has been instrumental in bringing education to the Ummah for over a decade. What began as a single degree program of study in Islamic studies has flourished into the General Diploma in Islamic Studies, which is free, the GQMC, which is the Global Quran Memorization Center, providing for thousands to study the Quran, to memorize the Quran, wherever they are in the world. And a degree campus of 7 majors, Islamic Studies being the initial degree, which later evolved into degrees in Psychology, Education, Information Technology, Business Administration, Islamic Economics, and Arabic Language. IOU also has programs for those who speak Russian, Indonesian, and Urdu. While the world struggled to offer education online during the COVID outbreak, IOU was already in place and ready to continue providing authentic knowledge to the Islamic nation. It was fully capable of delivering the quality learning experience required for the future of online education. With Allah's blessings, IOU seeks to add to the body of knowledge that it is providing to the Ummah in the next semester and in the near future. Muslims are instructed by Allah to be mindful. Allah challenges us in the Quran in Surah Muhammad, verse 24. He said, أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ أَمْ عَلَى قُلُوبٍ أَقْفَالُهَا. Do they not reflect upon the Quran, or are their hearts locked up? We are admonished not only to read the Quran and to learn it, to memorize it, but to reflect and be mindful of the Quran and what it contains, to make the conscious decision to follow it and to act upon it, to act upon what Allah has sent in His final message. Therefore, mindful learning is the basis of a Muslim's education. Deciding to learn knowledge, whether Islamic studies and learning about Allah and His messages sent to humankind throughout human history, or to learn otherworldly knowledge. However, all within the scope of Islamic principles, which would be, inshallah, pleasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Each Muslim will be asked about the time he or she has spent from the time he or she was given. We can use the new life situations to fall into despair and our own destruction, or we can choose to refocus our intentions, to redirect our lives and the use of our time, which is a gift given to us by Allah, to be mindful of our situations and what may be a new direction given to us by Allah for our future, and to learn new knowledge and skills and improve the ummah with this knowledge. Mindful learning is making the choice to study Islamic studies or to study other sciences from an Islamic perspective, being conscious of what we learn, who we learn from, and how we learn. What we learn, we should be learning about Allah and His final message, which is included in the worldly subjects as well, so that all knowledge is gained and utilized in ways which Allah approves. Who do we learn from? We should be learning from reputable scholars who have learned from reputable scholars, whose knowledge is taken from original sources. How we learn? Putting in the requisite time and effort to learn what is taught well, and revising this knowledge, making the knowledge a part of us and not just something we pass through. Beneficial knowledge is so important, we have supplications both for it and against its opposite. The Prophet ﷺ taught us, Allahumma inni as'aluka ilman nafi'a. O Allah, I ask you for beneficial knowledge. And He also taught us saying, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min ilmin la yanfa'. O Allah, I seek refuge in you from useless knowledge. Therefore, mindful learning is also analyzing the knowledge at hand and deciding if it is actually beneficial or not, and focusing on that which is of benefit, while using that focus to direct our lives and the lives we influence towards pleasing Allah and ultimately bringing us closer to Him. I ask Allah to make this a beneficial year for all of those who are connected to IOU, as student body, faculty, and administration, and to bless our efforts and accept them as sincerely made for His pleasure. Ameen. Barakallahu feekum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakallah khairan kathira, Dr. Bilal. We ask Allah to bless your efforts and preserve you for the IOU and Ummah. Ameen. Dear students, it is imperative that we familiarize ourselves with the category our program falls under, as the rules governing these categories are different. You may check the name of your program at the top right corner of your account after login. Once enrolled into the IOU courses, you have access to the following study material which will aid you in your studies. The course text is the core text that will be used for the course. It is available as an e-copy on your course dashboard that can be downloaded. Next, we have the module or the unit audios or videos that are recorded lessons of the explanations of the topics covered in the book. The content of the audio and video is exactly the same. The supplementary recorded sessions are additional recordings by which the course teacher helps you understand the concepts better. This is followed by the midterm and final study questions which will help you gauge your understanding of the topic. Please note that this is not a document that gives you access to the questions that will appear in exams. It is only for practice. For exams, you are advised to study from the material listed above. The course evaluation at IOU is done through multiple ways, and the aggregate is considered at the end. In simple words, each type of coursework contributes a certain fixed percentage to the final course grade. There's only one assignment to be submitted per course. The MAIS course-based courses have research papers to be submitted. All specific information can be accessed from the schedule. Each module or unit has a small test to be attempted in order to proceed with the next module test. You should be knowing which course category you fall under, revised or non-revised, as the exam pattern is slightly different. For all revised programs, the midterm and final exams are of two parts. Part A has multiple choice questions, while Part B are open-ended questions. As for the non-revised programs, it is only one part with multiple choice questions. These are the essentials on the course page in order to ensure that effective learning takes place. Event schedule and calendar for important deadlines. Course syllabus section. This section offers a detailed analysis of what you will be studying throughout your course. Download or read course textbooks for each course or module. The textbook will be provided by IOU and available on your course dashboard. This is essential throughout the course as the course teacher will be using this book to proceed. Watch or listen to course module audios or videos. The content on the audio file, as mentioned earlier, is exactly the same as the video file. However, students find it useful sometimes to download the audio and play it while they're working or commuting. This is an extremely useful feature as our students have vouched for it as well. The course notes section contains notes that are not written by IOU but have been shared by our dedicated students. You may refer to them, but IOU is not liable for any errors on it. You're welcome to seek clarification via the Students' Discussion Forum and Ask the Teachers Forum, or alternatively, dropping an email to your course faculty. These forums are a good platform for the teachers and students to discuss their questions or seek more clarification. Study method. This is a study method for all the bachelor's programs at IOU. As you can see here on the slide, there are two parts of the midterm exams and the final exams. Part A contains 30 MCQ questions that weigh about 60% of your total exam grade. Part B contains open-ended questions that weighs about 40% of your total exam grade. Please note that the number of questions will vary from course to course. The midterm exams and final exams for all of these programs are required to be attempted at the IOU-approved exam center. The maximum allowed duration to complete these programs for full-time students is 6 years, and for part-time students is 9 years. Please note that times, and students who do not complete at least 25 credits from first-year curriculum within first calendar year shall not be allowed to continue the program. For MAIS course-based and research-based and other master's program students, the maximum allowed duration to complete the program for full-time students is 2 years. Please note that students will not be allowed to retake a particular course or module more than 3 times. A student who has not passed all the first-year courses in the program after 2 years of full-time study will not be allowed to enroll in any course. Please also note that the midterm and final exams, where applicable, are required to be attempted at an IOU-approved exam center. Students must carefully check the course instructions to determine which courses have both midterms and final exams, and which courses have only final exams, and those that have neither. Full-time registration will require students to register for a minimum of 40 credits and maximum of 60 credits per academic semester. For intensive Arabic program, the semester is divided into two sessions, namely Spring 2024 Session 1 and Fall 2024 Session 1 and Fall 2024 Session 2. Fall 2024 Session 1 begins from September 1st, and Fall 2024 Session 2 begins from November 2024. Each semester has two sessions, each with a midterm and a final exam. Please note that in each session, you can only study one course at a time, and each course is a prerequisite to the next course. That means you can only enroll in IAP Arabic 102 after passing IAP Arabic 101. The event schedule and calendar for Intensive Arabic program is different from other offered programs. IAP students can see the IAP calendar on their student dashboard, inshallah. Dear students, let us now take a moment to learn how to navigate your student course page using a quick demo with Sister Sana.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Bismillah, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Sana Siddiq, SISC officer, and I'll be helping you understand how your course page looks like. I suggest you log into your dashboard as well simultaneously to make it more effective. And from here, you can start, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum, Sister Sana. You're on mute. Can you please unmute yourself, inshallah? Jazakallah khair.
Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you for confirming, sister. All right, let's begin, inshallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Sister, could you confirm, was it mute from the beginning?
Yes, you will need to, inshallah, go over from the beginning. Jazakallah khair.
Okay, barakallah fi. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I'm Sana Siddiq, SISE officer, and I'll be helping you understand how your course page looks. I suggest you log in from your dashboard as well simultaneously to make it more effective, inshallah. Okay, to begin, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. I hope my screen is visible to you all. Let's
Yes, it is.
begin, inshallah. From here, you will go to the courses tab, and you can see your enrolled courses here. This is from where you'll be accessing the courses. To begin, let's select on Akida 101. And once you're inside the course page, here you will see all the materials available for that course. If you scroll down below, let me just open all. First of all, there is course forums. And in the forums, you'll see the announcements tab. It's where the teacher posts the announcements, and it's the most important part of the course where you are supposed to go and check the announcements that are made by your teacher and any relevant announcements. Okay. Going back, there is Ask the Teacher forum. This is where you'll be posting your questions related to that course and connect with your fellow students to discuss anything related to the subject. Technical feedback forum is where you can post any issue you face during your studies. For example, any slide is not properly visible, or a lecture is not playing properly, or there's the course book that is missing, any kind of issue, or your page is not working, you can take screenshots of the issue and post it here, and the team will look into it, inshallah. Going below, there is course text and study material. This is where you will find your books of the course details files, and all the relevant study material. Then there is course notes section. This is where you will find notes from your fellow students, and you can take help from those, but be sure to always adhere to the course material posted on the course page. There could be notes that your teacher has posted that you can adhere to as well. Going below, there are live sessions recordings from previous semesters. Live sessions are held like twice a semester, one live session per exam. It's held 1 week before the exams, and the link will be posted once it's announced. Then below you have your modules, lecture modules. There's lecture audios and videos, and along it has a test. And okay, yeah, you can then study from here and keep progressing to your next page. Many students sometimes ask like how to download your lectures. So here you see here, it's click here to download button, and here it's click to download in HD quality. You can always click here, and for the audio, let me share that as well. Yeah, you can click here and you see the download button here. You can just go and it will download on your PC laptop. Okay, then there are modules for your consecutive courses. Let me just close all for better view. Right. If you scroll below, you'll see that after module 17 for this course, there are study questions, mid-course evaluation survey. That means that this is from where your midterm exam begins. So you have to clear the module 17 to be appearing for the midterm exam, and these are called pre-midterm modules. Then from 18, the post-midterm starts, and then you have to prepare for your final exams, and at the bottom, there will be final exam link. Before I go to the right side of the page, let me share how the exam portal looks like to you. One moment, please. And dear sister, could you confirm if the screen is visible now?
Yes, it is.
All right, alhamdulillah. Okay, so from here you'll see the assignment section, which is currently hidden from students because it's not released yet, and the midterm exam block. Once the exams begin from like 8 November for the bachelor students, you will see this section appearing on your side. What you have to do is go here, click on the quiz, and it will be password protected for the revised curriculum. You will have to go to the exam center and the proctor will enter the password for you. It mentions the time it will be available from 8th November to 14th November, and you have to be very careful about the dates. Speaking of which, the test dates that the quiz students also ask, let's explore that one. If you click on the test, you'll see there's a deadline mentioned, like 3rd September, it opens and closes on 19th December. So you have to clear all the pre-mid tests before 19th December because the access will be closed and you cannot open the test or attempt it once it's closed. Then for the post-midterms, for example, for this course, it starts from lecture 18. Those have a different deadline. It'll be closed on 13th February 25 at 6 p.m. UTC. Let's explore the right side pane of your course, which can be accessed by clicking this block over here. And once it opens, you'll see your teacher's contact details with the name, email ID, and other timings, which you can contact to your teacher, inshallah, for any course-related queries. Below, if you scroll, you'll find evaluation scheme for your course, like module sessions. They contribute 15% to the total course grade. Midterm exams contribute 30%, final exams 40%, and assignments 15%. This contribution is the standard procedure for all courses, except for a few courses where you have to open the site pane and see the evaluation scheme. Then the passing marks are mentioned as 50% to clear the course, inshallah. Next important part is the components, where you'll see the distribution of how many modules or lectures a course has and how many of those are to be covered in the midterm exams and in the final exams. Jazakallah khairan for listening. Over to you.
Jazakallah khairan kathira, Sister Sana. Inshallah, we will resume with our presentation for tonight. Once again, Jazakallah khairan kathira for your time and for the wonderful explanation. Dear students, let us now continue with our presentation for today. As you can see here, this is a semester cycle of how a semester at IOU typically looks like. As you can see on the screen, this is where the semester begins. That's today, followed by an orientation session. And after the orientation session, inshallah, you can expect the assignment questions to be released. This is followed by the midterm exams, assignment submission, and the late assignment submission period. After the late assignment submission period, you will have a deadline to your exams, the midterm exams in the late period, as well as the deadline to register for your exam center, followed by final exams and the late final exam period. Dear students, it is important to remember that the primary source for clearing your doubts or concerns about each course is your respective course teacher. Use any of the methods available through the course page to contact your teacher. Email, ask the teacher forum, or give them a phone call within the teacher's office hours. Social media groups are also set up to help you as a student reach out to other students. However, this does not replace the direct guidance from a course teacher. I would like to stress here that while it is not permissible for your course teacher to give you the correct answer on a missed module test question, this in no way implies that the course teacher is prevented from helping you concerning the modules and the test questions. You are permitted to inform your teacher of any missed question on a test and verify that is indeed incorrect, as computer errors occur and it may be marked incorrectly. In this case, the course teacher will manually adjust the mark, giving you credit. If your answer is incorrect upon checking, the course teacher is allowed to clarify any misunderstanding of the information and direct you to the part of the lesson or reading material or lecture where you can find the correct answer instead. Also note, inquiries that mention the module test questions should never be posted in the discussions forum. Instead, they should be sent via email directly to your respective course teacher. Dear students, do you know how to locate the UTC time zone on your virtual campus? At IOU, all operations run on UTC time. Here's a quick challenge to find out. Log into your student dashboard and look at for IOU's UTC clock. Once you identify the clock on your virtual campus, go ahead and share the current UTC time in the comments below. Okay, so we have a couple of answers here, +7 UTC. What do you think is the time currently in UTC? Yes, that's right. It's 1:39 or rather 1:40 p.m. UTC right now. Jazakumullahu khairan kathira, brothers and sisters, for participating. We will inshallah move on to the next part of our presentation. Dear students, it is important to remember that as students of IOU, you're obliged to attempt your midterm and final exams at the IOU approved exam center. Please note that IOU approved exam centers are separate organizations, and students must make complete arrangements with the exam centers before registering them with them. The exam center registration procedure is already listed here on the slide. You will need to begin by contacting the approved exam center via email, call, or maybe a physical visit, followed by checking their availability for midterm and final exam, making sure there's availability for your gender, also checking if they charge any fee, and making sure if they're available on weekends or weekdays, any days of your preference. In case you have trouble finding a center that aligns with your availability, you can request the university to help you suggest a new center. And suggesting a new center is only possible if there's no suitable center near you or the existing center is far away. And you're responsible as students to contact any proposed center and make all arrangements prior to notifying IOU about adding them as an exam center. Dear students, you are researchers. Your research begins now. While asking questions is okay and helpful, as a researcher, you should begin by trying to find the answers to queries yourself by searching for them. Especially in the MAIS, they consist of a major portion of the overall grade, even in undergraduate studies. However, there is more to research put into assignments than just attaining a mark. The various projects also develop various skills required for many types of research and verification of information in real life. We have a Telegram group for assignments and research papers for brothers and sisters. If you wish to be added into those groups, please contact Help Desk. Dear students, there are some points worth mentioning concerning the scholarship program at IOU. Please note that the funds allotted for scholarships are donated by generous donors, especially reserved for the deserving. It is expected that the students on scholarship will give the opportunity its due right by performing well. The scholarship students are required to enroll in minimum 6 courses and pass them all. BSc psychology students must enroll in at least 5 courses and ensure to pass them all. For IAP students, they are required to enroll and pass in 1 course. Being a scholarship student, you're not allowed to drop courses or switch programs. Awarding of subsequent scholarships depends upon academic performance. IOU holds the authority to renew, levy fines, and even terminate the scholarship based on the level of compliance with scholarship policies. Dear students, this is a quick session in terms of how you can manage your time better now that the semester has officially begun. Take a step back and renew your intention and contemplate on your reason for joining IOU. Remind yourself of your goals, your vision, and your purpose because إنما الأعمال بالنية. Next, make sure you prepare a schedule beforehand. Plan out any important dates, any important events. Make sure you also plan the number of modules that you will be completing in a day, inshallah. While doing so, also ensure you're taking enough breaks, taking care of yourself and your loved ones around. And finally, most importantly, make sure you're also practicing stress management techniques like deep breathing exercises, taking a walk outside, speaking to loved ones, and eating healthy, inshallah. At the Student Affairs Office, we strive to engage in all aspects of students' lives and collaborate with students, faculty, staff, alumni, and many others in the delivery of key services and support to students. We aim to offer programs and services that support the optimal growth of students and enhance their intellectual, social, religious, and academic development by providing opportunities for students to experience education and explore interests beyond the classroom. We aim to increase student engagement in university activities by providing and promoting quality services and programs. We aim to support a diverse community of learners to enhance student life and create opportunities to develop students as ethical and responsible leaders. Our dedicated team offers several services to students to assist them with their academic journey at IOU. Various offices of the Student Affairs Office are there for you to provide seamless study experience. Hence, you may contact Student Information and Support Center for any administrative queries you have by sending an email through Contact Us form on Student Support tab on your dashboard or send an email to helpdesk@iou.edu.gm. Student Success Team aims to see students successfully completing their education at IOU. Hence, you will find the team contacting you via call as well as some social media apps and will try to keep you on track. You can also schedule an appointment for live calls to discuss your study concerns. Our student counselor can help you in time management and developing various study skills so that you can ace your studies. You can get in touch with our student counselor by filling the form available on the student counseling page. Lastly, we encourage you to download Telegram on your smartphone and get in touch with your fellow senior students to get study support and motivation. Dear students, let us now learn how to navigate your student dashboard, inshallah. So I'm going to do a quick run through of how your dashboard should ideally look like. Bismillah. So this is your student dashboard. Once you log in to your virtual campus, this is what you should be able to see, inshallah. And as you can see here, you will have a section to watch the orientation sessions at your convenience later. And once you start scrolling down below, you will find the academic calendar for fall 2024. And this calendar will look differently for students of different programs. You can find all important dates pertaining to your semester in terms of when the semester begins, the midterms, assignments, research papers, and the final exam dates. Once you keep scrolling down below, you will also see a section for latest announcements. This is where you can check out all the news and notifications pertaining to your studies, inshallah. And once you hover down below, again, you can see a calendar with a list of events pertaining to your course. And while you keep scrolling down below, you can see there are different sections, academics, documents, requests, exams, error reports, fee, support, and student services. Now, each of these menus contains separate subsections. You can utilize each of these portals depending on your concern, inshallah. So, for example, if you have any concerns pertaining to academics, let's say in terms of checking your graduation status, you can use this portal. You can use the community service portal to submit your community service hours. You can use this enrollment page to enroll and unenroll in your courses. And you can use the course drop page to drop any courses that you wish to drop. And live session info page will give you all information and important dates, times pertaining to your upcoming live sessions. In terms of the document section here, this contains the student identification letter that you can download as a PDF file, the student admission letter that again you can download on as a PDF. You can also request for a provisional transcript, a digital copy or a physical copy, a provisional degree, and you can use a graduation application system if you have completed all your course requirements. In terms of the request section, as you can see here, there are many different portals. You can request for any exemptions, any extensions using the exemption request portal. You can, if you'd like to maybe change your stream, you can probably use the stream change request section, inshallah. So there are multiple menus that I definitely encourage you to browse through. Under exam section, you can find a section to register for your exam center. So once you click on this option, you will be directed to a page that allows you to choose an exam center depending on your availability and preference. The error report section contains buttons to, inshallah, mark any errors that you come across in probably your MCQ questions or your final grades. This is where you can, inshallah, report them. In terms of fee, you can use this portal to make online payments, to track any receipts, check out any payment history, or apply for a fee transfer as well. And finally, under support and student services, you can find the student handbook, which contains important information about your program, You can contact the help desk. You can watch video tutorials, go over to a discussion forum, access JSTOR, IOU Library, Darussalam, and IOU Store, inshallah. So hope that helps. Jazakumullah khair. Let's come back to our presentation, inshallah. Dear students, IOU is an international body of student representatives of both IOU staff as well as students who are based in different parts of the world. They can be reached via email or telegram. You can find your local student committee, or if there isn't one, you can make one by contacting SC Officer 2 at iou.edu.gm. To view and reach out to our representatives and student committees, visit www.iou.edu.gm/representatives. While it is the goal we strive for at IOU that all members, administration, staff, and students have a positive and beneficial experience while affiliated with IOU, we do realize that shaitan never rests. Stirring up animosity, especially among Muslim brothers and sisters, is one way for shaitan to attain the goal of separating believers from following the deen. Therefore, just as every institute needs a code of conduct to promote a positive and balanced environment in which to operate, IOU as well has outlined some detailed protocols with regards to studies, examinations, social media, communication with the faculty, and live webinars. Please familiarize yourself with the code of conduct accessible through the student support dashboard. For any student who contravenes these rules, strict disciplinary action shall be taken. IOU also opens the channel through which your own complaints and grievances can be heard and appropriate solutions are provided. Hence, you all must familiarize yourself with grievance policy as outlined on the Students' Code of Conduct page so that the issues are resolved appropriately. Basically, if you have any complaints against any student or staff or faculty member, you should first try to resolve issues with the relevant person through a polite discussion. If this does not resolve the issue, then you can report an academic grievance against any faculty member through the teacher complaint portal. Non-academic grievances can be brought to the attention of our Secretary of the Disciplinary and Grievance Committee by sending an email to grievances@iou.edu.gm. We do wish to remind our students that taking grievances to open social media forums and spreading accusations is not only Islamically reprehensible, it could possibly put the student into a situation of facing account for such rants in front of Allah on Yawm al-Qiyamah. Please, dear students, fear Allah, even in anger, and take appropriate steps to resolve issues. Do not enter into riba and namima over something that should be solved quietly. We remind ourselves first, and then others, that shielding the misdeeds of others while seeking retribution for actions is because of Allah also covering our own misdeeds that we may not remember. May Allah forgive us all and guide us. Ameen. And now we will move on to the Q&A session where you can send in your questions that you either had before the session or have accumulated during the session. We have Sister Sana Siddiq to answer your questions and clarify any issues you have about the coming semester. Over to you, Sister Sana.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. All right, it's me again, and I'm here to answer any of your queries, inshallah. As Sister Simon informed, please post your questions in the YouTube chat box and we'll respond to them, inshallah. Please forgive us if we skip any question, as there will be many loading queries. Furthermore, I request you to please listen attentively to the answers provided to the questions by our peers, as it could be already covered when you intend to ask. This would also maximize the questions we take, inshallah. Um, okay, so we have our questions. Let's begin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Question is IAP courses are community server hours required? Do I need to have any camera for the live sessions? Okay. Yes, IAP has questions. I'm sorry. I mean, IAP has community service hours, and you will find those in your graduation status portal page to know the exact number of hours required. And for the camera for the live session, no, camera is not required. You can join the session and then inshallah contribute to it. Okay. To take the another question is how to take module test, any app. As shared in the tutorial earlier, that you have to go to your course page and there you'll find your module test, or you can call it lecture test. And those will be available from the desktop mode on laptop, or you can also access it from your phone. But for the application, there is one, but it is currently under development and it will be launched soon, inshallah. For the time being, you are requested to access it from your laptop or browser mode. Another question, why are students on scholarship unable to register for courses? This question depends on if your scholarship request has been accepted and the fee has been logged by the bursary office. Once that's logged, you'll be able to enroll into the courses. And if you face any difficulty, you're always welcome to connect with your center admin for the queries and they'll guide you, inshallah. Next question, what is the graduate acceptance list available on the website? Is it general or specific for all students? Can you explain? Okay, that list is something that helps you with your questions like, is the IO degree acceptable somewhere or in a country, in USA or any country you want to name it, in any university where you want to apply after graduating with IOU? That list is to help you get an idea of where our degrees have been accepted. And if it's a university that's not listed there, you can always check with them personally via email that they have. And if they are going to accept the credits you have studied at IOU. Another question, do we need an IOU app? IOU app is, like shared before, it's under development, but you can always access it from the browser on a laptop or a phone. Is it possible to enroll a course from other majors? For revised curriculum, no, it's not possible. For old curriculums, there was the option you can take one course from another stream. And obviously, this will increase the number of years required to complete your program. Sent in the email isn't the right one, just to, yeah, Jazakallah khairan, they're posted inshallah on the campus dashboard. And in case you have any queries, you are always welcome to reach us to help desk. The email ID is helpdesk@iou.edu.gm, and it can also be accessed from your dashboard where the form is. You can fill it and it will be responded to in due time, inshallah. Another question, how can I do the assignment and where do put it or send it? This is a very good question because many students tend to ask, and if you will go back to the recording when the video is posted to YouTube, inshallah, you'll see in the course navigation tutorial that the assignment block will be visible below your lectures before the midterm exam. You have to click on the assignment block and you'll find your question there, inshallah. Or you can watch the tutorial videos available on the student support section. That is also helpful, inshallah. And yeah. Okay, another question, is it necessary to do your midterm exam on your exam center? Yeah, when you are in a revised curriculum, because exams are password protected and exam 30 to 40% to your course grades. Uh-huh. Next question. Yeah, I was talking about the midterm exams that you have to attend the midterm exams and you have to attend it from your exam center because exams are password protected. And the details for how to attempt the exams in the exam centers are visible on your exam center portal page. Is there an IOU app? Yes, it's been answered before that. It's under development. There is a question related to assignment grades posted by one student, and I would recommend you to contact us at help desk so we can assist you, inshallah. Another question, I'm having issues with course registration for BSc Psychology. Yeah, you're welcome to email us at help desk and we'll look into it, inshallah. Another question, are there any communities in India and how to set up one? Yes, you can go to this portal and there you'll find all the details relevant and which communities are available. You are always welcome to submit a form and join a community. We're available, inshallah. Question, is there a specific timing to complete each lecture? Lectures on a standard basis are of 1 hour long. Some can be a few minutes more or less, and you have to listen to the lecture fully to be able to attend the test of that lecture and the midterm exams later on. As for the specific timing, as the lectures are all recorded, you can watch them anytime, listen to them anywhere, and according to your schedule, you can create it, but you have to complete it before the midterms begin so that you can attempt your exam in time, as the midterms are only open for a week time. Another question, is there any group for the first semester BAIS students? You can find those groups from the student support section on the tab. The portal is named Student Social Media Support. There you'll find the option to submit requests to join a Telegram group of your choice, inshallah. Another question I have seen, there is a section called late midterm exams. What is that? Does that mean I have to do exams late? And if I do have a late midterm exam, does it affect the score? The normal time is when the exams are to be taken by the students. For example, their programs in around November 8th, when you are supposed to attempt the exam. If for any reason a student misses to take the exam, attend the exam, go to the center that time, they can mention exam period. However, that period comes with a 15% deduction. One student has asked that all right. Another question we have is how can I see the course grades of that course? You can go to the courses block where you'll see all your enrolled courses. And from there, if you see on the right side where it says course grade, if you click on it, it'll show all the grades to you. And then you can, inshallah, see your course contribution from there and calculate your grades, inshallah. Another question, is the course lecture based or we have to allocate study material per day ourselves? Yes, the course is lecture based and it's recorded, and you have to allocate time to your studies per day, depending on the courses you have for the midterm exams. So let's say, for example, you are enrolled in 3 courses and each course has 15 lectures for the midterm exams. You have to add all those and then you can calculate the time you need per day, depending on your schedule before the midterm exams to prepare your studies. For part-time students, it's recommended to study 2 to 3 hours per day because they have like 2 to 3 courses or maybe 4 sometimes. And full-time students are required to contribute 5 hours at least per day, depending, and they have to clear around 4 lecture tests on an average, and that's the recommended study time given to you. I see a course called Study Skills course. What is it? A study skills course is an optional course which is added to students' account. You'll see it in your courses list, but it is not a compulsory course. It's just for your information and guidance, especially with assignments and academic research stuff. So you can either watch it or you can leave it, and it's not compulsory to attend the test as well as it doesn't contribute to your lecture course grades. Another question, I opened my first quiz for English and I got busy with work and the time was finished. I'm sorry for that. So the quiz was marked failed. How do I undo it? Okay, quizzes on the degree campus cannot be attempted again once the quiz closes. As you would see, it mentions that there is only one attempt allowed. So you have to be very careful when you open the quiz and that you are ready and you have a stable internet connection as well. In case your network goes down and the test is submitted without you attempting anything, you can request the quiz to be reset by filling a form available on your dashboard. When you scroll below, once the department views to attempt it again, inshallah. However, quiz resets are allowed 3 per test. Another question. First semester IAP, do we have only one book, that Arabic 101? And does IAP certificate recognize, do we any research on IAP? Yes, you have one course book per course per session. And IAP certificate, it is like it doesn't carry academic weight, and meaning you cannot pursue further education based on that certificate at IOU. Do you have any research in IAP? You have assignments per course, so you have to submit one per course, inshallah. I'm still waiting approval for my installment application. You are recommended to email us at helpdesk and we'll look into it, inshallah, with the relevant department. Please do not worry. My payment has been approved, but I want to know if I should enroll on the failed courses and add it to the recent courses. Another good question. For the failed courses, yes, it is recommended to join it next semester and clear it because, according to the enrollment rules, if you do not clear year one courses in time, you won't be allowed to join third year. To add a failed course, you have to enroll in it, and then to fill up the space, you add new courses as long as it doesn't cross the credit limits allowed for the revised curriculum. What is the statistics course? It's been answered. Another question, do we have to use laptop or write exam on papers for final exams and midterm exams? Okay, so your exams are consisting of two parts. One is the MCQs and the other is open-ended questions. MCQs is you have to select on the laptop screen, just like your tests. And for the open-ended questions, you have to type paragraph to your question that is allotted to you, inshallah. Yeah, you're not required to write it on a paper via pen or pencil, but you can use it for the accounting subjects. It's allowed to use a paper or pen to calculate the questions. What if there is no center in the city? For such scenarios, you can always submit a new exam center suggestion. You would find the guidelines on the exam center page. Once you follow it and submit the request, once approved, you can inshallah use that center to take your exams. How are we supposed to give the exam? For the prescribed books for the course in the IOU, are they available in Dar es Salaam? The course study material is given to you in soft copy format in PDF form for all the courses, and you can read your study material from there to prepare for your exams. If you wish to have a hard copy, you can always look for it either online or at your local stores. And Dar es Salaam subscription, some courses would be there, but you have to look for it, and some books are given to you already on your course pages. I have already made my registration payment and uploaded my documents, but I still can't complete my enrollment. I'm from Gambia. Welcome, brother from the Gambia. I would recommend you to connect with us at info@iou.edu.gm so we can look at your account and guide you, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum, Sister Sana. I'm so sorry to interrupt, but inshallah, we will need to stop the questions now as we're running short of time. So Jazakallah khairan kathira for patiently answering all the questions. And brothers and sisters, inshallah, if you still have any more questions or your question has not been answered yet, please feel free to drop an email to helpdesk@iou.edu.gm, and inshallah, our wonderful team will be happy to assist you. Jazakallah khair,
Barakallah
Sister
feek.
Sana, for your time. Wa fiki barik. So, Jazakumullah khairan kathira once again, inshallah, and let's move on to the final part of our presentation for tonight, inshallah. As we end the session, we give thanks first to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for blessing us with this opportunity to learn about His deen without having to traverse the earth for knowledge. This is indeed a huge blessing. We thank Dr. Bilal for conceptualizing affordable online Islamic education and bringing it to the Ummah, and we express our gratitude to all of the shuyukh who teach Islamic knowledge and add Islamic perspective to the secular knowledge, making it relevant to the Ummah. Thanks to all of IOU's behind the scenes staff and volunteers who keep IOU online and running. Finally, thank you, dear students, for attending and being a part of the IOU family. May Allah bless your efforts and increase your reward. Ameen. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.